Hello and welcome to my space. My name is Melissa Crane, and I have decided to make a series of videos where I share my journey of awakening, my ascension process, things that I experienced during my one of my many dark nights of the soul. And it was something I wrote back in the beginning phases of the initial lockdown. And I wrote so much. It was like I fell into this writing portal. And originally, I thought it was going to be published as the second part of my book, The House. But Spirit had other plans as part two ended up becoming something else. But I had this huge document of so much wisdom and just this review of my life's journey. And it was always my intention to share it to help others who were experiencing the same things, to offer them a sense of comfort or clarity, a sense of compassion, to let them know that they're not alone. Because when I was going through it myself, it was by finding others on YouTube that helped me understand a little bit more what it is that I was experiencing, because I thought I was losing my mind. I thought I was going crazy, and it was a lot. And I didn't have words to attach to, different things I was feeling in my body and just all of it. So I figured that now it's my turn to step up and courageously and vulnerably share my story. And it's all to help, if it connects with but one person's heart and finds one person that is really needing a little bit of comfort right now, then that's enough for me. But before I share my story and my journey, I thought it was important to first share the perspective from from where I deliver this and a little bit of my background. So, back in the day prior to the pandemic, I had my own holistic practice where I served as a chiropractor and a massage therapist and Reiki master. And I specialized in Tuina, which is Chinese medical massage. And I blended all these different techniques together. And people would come in, day out in pain. And I would give them an adjustment and massage their muscles and do some light work. And the philosophy of chiropractic is that by removing interference from the nervous system, that it would allow for optimum function in the body. So by delivering adjustments, we are freeing up space from around the peripheral nerve, which branches off of the spinal cord. And those peripheral nerves plug into muscles, tissues, organs, systems of the physical body. And if we remove that interference or that pressure, then those things that they plug into will have the most power that's available to them so that they can function optimally and do what they're designed to do. And I would often give the uh, analogy of, a dimmer switch. If you're going through life and, the lights are on, but it's kind of fuzzy and you can't see, but all of a sudden you get an adjustment and it's like whoop, the light goes up and you're like, whoa, like I didn't even know I can move my head this much. And same thing I would say, it's like a garden hose and you have all this water going through the hose to water your garden. But it's like if you have a foot on the garden hose, then not all of the water is going to come out. It's going to trickle out. So it's by removing the foot, more water goes out. And the same thing in the Eastern philosophy when, so with the Tui Na, the Chinese medical massage, their philosophy was pain results from obstructed chi, which is life force energy, or stagnated blood. And within this system, there are the meridians and nadis and acupoints and chakras, all of those things. And the way I would describe the energy flow in this system is like a highway. So you have yin and yang counterparts of these energetic highways that run up and down your body, and they're associated with organs and emotions and the elements, and it brings in more of an encompassing view of the senses, things of that nature. But if you think about it, ideally, we want a highway system that has no traffic jams, right? We want all cars moving and flowing, and that way we can get to our destination without a problem. But we know what happens on a freeway when there's a traffic jam. Honk, honk, the horns are honking and it's just chaos and we're angry and we're upset and everything slows down and it's just not fun, right? So in the Eastern philosophy, the way you would help that traffic jam is by manipulating the chi and working with the different acupoints. And I used to describe the acupoints as exits off of the highway. So moving forward, as I continued my journey of my own spiritual awakening and started seeing the bigger picture in everything, I wanted to apply this knowledge and this wisdom in a different way. I wanted to help others not only remove the stagnancy and the interferences within their physical body to relieve them of pain, but I wanted to help align them align their spine, align that central axis staircase of one's soul's temple, and to help them create a clear freeway to the life of their dreams, and helping them co create and experience their own unique versions of heaven on earth. And in order to do that, in that, on that level, and to make it tangible in this 3D reality, we have to create that from within and look at these interferences and obstructions with a new lens of compassion. And this means that we need to acknowledge and accept and forgive all aspects of ourselves, meaning our shadows and the parts of us that we perhaps are ashamed of or don't want to look at or brush under the rug, that we want to be, uh, those parts that we want left unseen, right? And we need to lovingly embrace them and guide them back into the center sacred core of our hearts, where our truest essence resides. And once we're able to free them and integrate them and to transmute these lower vibrating frequencies and energies like shame and doubt and judgment and abandonment and betrayal, all of that darker, gunky stuff. Once we're able to lovingly embrace those and forgive ourselves and integrate them, we're able to enter into that state of balance, right? And there's free flow, and there's harmony, and there's peace within, which empowers us and allows us to then be able to do what we're designed to do with empowerment. And we can have the life of our dreams, free of the pain, whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically. But it all starts within. And I think one of the most difficult things is that we don't always know how to do that. You know, we don't always know how to look at these parts of ourselves that we're ashamed of with love. We reject these parts of us, which then just leads into more separation from who we truly are, and feeling like we are not accepted for being who we are out in the world. Because if we don't accept those things within ourselves, then the world on the outside is going to reflect that back. Everything on the outside is a reflection of what's happening on the inside. And I know for me, it's my hope and my dream to experience bliss and unconditional love and to feel accepted for all of the quirks, all of the weird stuff, all of the things that I feel remorseful about of, looking back of like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad that I did that or I said that or, you know, just we all want forgiveness, right? We want to be forgiven, but we need to do that first for ourselves. And back to my intention, as with any video I make or room that I host or anything, my my intention is to help those who first are in harmonic resonance with my heart song and to help us all align with the divine and to come into sacred union within ourselves and the unconditional love of the creator and to experience and co-create our own unique versions of heaven on earth. And what that really means for me is a life, again, where we feel free and accepted and loved and honored for all that we are, and to live a life in its highest expression, infused with peace, love, harmony, and joy. So I thank you all for being here with me. And I am going to begin reading the first part of, this massive download that I received. And we'll break it up into parts. So without further ado, here we go. My awakening journey has been quite the ride. It has taken me through exhilarating highs, devastating lows, and everything in between. The spiritual quest isn't one of glitter and rainbows, frolicking with unicorns in a fairy tale land, with your back turned to the corrupt world of injustice and control. It's actually quite the opposite. It requires you to walk directly into the storm and to discover everything you have been subconsciously enslaved to in response to the ominous pit in your stomach that can no longer be ignored. It requires commitment and courage to keep digging into the strata of your soul as you uncover your darkest fears, wounds, and patterns buried deeply within. It requires you to explore your shadowy depths. It forces you to open your eyes to see how you were the only one keeping yourself stuck. It shows you how everything you claim to be a victim of actually existed as an opportunity to reclaim your power and rise into your glory. It's a humbling journey, asking for you to have immense compassion and love for yourself. It asks you to forgive yourself for everything you have done to betray your own heart. The long and winding road to self, albeit unpaved and jagged, will also take you to witness the most exquisite beauty your eyes will ever be graced with. There were times when I had no idea where the road was leading me, and I was scared I wouldn't find my way back home. But ironically, that's exactly where it led. By volunteering to go along on this ride, it has revealed to me who I am, what we are all a part of, and what I came here to do on this earth. I am here to assist with the ascension of the planet and to help the collective consciousness shift from 3D to 5D by sharing my own unique truth whilst embodying love and compassion. It is my highest hope and of purest intention from my heart into yours that by sharing my story, it will lend guidance, support, solace, strength, courage, and light during the dark and stormy times of life that we all inevitably go through. I am continuously learning how everything I have experienced in life is part of a beautiful tapestry and how it is being reflected back to me through the world I exist within and the earth I live upon. It is directly correlated as in as above, so below. The deeper we go within to excavate our shadows, the higher we traverse upwards on the metaphorical mountain of life. The infinite spiraling paths leading us both inwards and outwards will always meet at the center in the sacred core of our hearts. The more willing we are to explore ourselves, the more we are able to see that what we are observing in every moment is but a reflection of our soul's blueprint. Rest and observance are key critical components to the journey. We need to pause every once in a while, not only to respect our physical, mental, and emotional states, but also to integrate the information we have received in order to regain our clarity and focus of our intentions. Everything in our outer world exists to help us remember what we hold within. That said, why not treat our physical world as we would ourselves? Honor our earth as it is a reflection of us. The more we broaden our horizons, we will also start to see just how much potential we have within us to create the world we want to exist in. By honoring our earth, we honor ourselves and vice versa. Likewise, by honoring our relationships with one another, we create harmony and cultivate peace within and around us. Things we experience in our outer world are not happening to us, they are happening for us. Set in place to help us remember our true essence and what we came here to be a part of. The pace at which we remember is day by day, moment to moment, and is orchestrated in perfect time. We are all detectives on a universal mission to solve the great mystery of life. We observe in order to gather clues and follow the breadcrumbs which guide the way and reveal the path. We will do this throughout our lives until one day when we realize that the path is never going to end. There will always be another breadcrumb. And the answer to the great mystery of life is actually life itself and the gratitude to be living it. I'll pause there and I will continue my story with you. And once again, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to be with me. And I'm sending so much love from my heart into yours. And may you always know and remember that you are not alone, that you are so special, and that you matter, and that every storm will be dried up by the sun, by the brilliant light that radiates out from your heart. So never underestimate the power and brilliance that you are. I love you. Until next time, bye bye.